Voting has concluded today for the first phase of the assembly elections in Chhattisgarh, with Mizoram also completing elections. While Chhattisgarh recorded a voter turnout of 71.11%, mainly in the Naxal-affected districts of Bastar, Mizoram witnessed a higher voter turnout of 77.61%. 20 constituencies of Chhattisgarh went to polling. Most of these were dominated by the Congress in the 2018 elections. The second phase here will be completed on the 17th of November. While the voting in Mizoram was peacefully conducted, in Chhattisgarh, a CRPF Jawan on election duty was injured in an IED blast by Naxals in Sukma district. The good news, he is out of danger now. Now, while Chhattisgarh's first phase is over and so is Mizoram, the focus now shifts to Madhya Pradesh, the next big state which will vote on 17th of November. The political temperature is rising in Bhopal and across the large state. One of the battles within the battles is that between Kamal Nath, the Congress's chief ministerial face, and Jyotiraditya Scindia, the Congress leader whose defection to the BJP brought down the Kamal Nath government in 2020. How is all this playing out on the ground? I caught up with both these leaders on the campaign trail, Kamal Nath and Jyotiraditya Scindia. Take a look at what they had to say, excerpts from that interview. My old friend, Congress is Kamal.
Yes, how are you?
Still going strong.
Well, so are you.
We are the old war horses.
Yeah, I remember touring with you over the days.
I know, it must have been, what, 30 years ago that we first traveled? This is your 12th election?
Yeah, many elections, I don't keep count now.
But is this the last fight, if I may ask that? What
do you mean the last fight?
The last fight, meaning you've decided this is do or die. If you win this, you become chief minister. If you don't, you decide to retire.
Well, it's not a question of retirement. For me, it's not been achievement. It's been fulfillment. It's the pursuit of fulfillment which drives me. Whether I was a minister in Delhi or whether I was here, it was the pursuit of fulfillment. There's a difference between achievement and fulfillment.
So what is Kamal Nath's secret of his sort of longevity in Indian politics? You're from the Sanjay Gandhi era.
Absolutely. I've been a long time. And
so what's the secret?
There's no secret. The secret is honesty of purpose. The secret is a mission. Secret is pursuit of fulfillment. That's it.
You're looking fit, but the fact is that 6 months ago everyone said Congress is going to win Madhya Pradesh easily. Now they're saying kaate ki takkar hai, 50-50. What's changed?
Nothing has changed. I see the voltage in the people. You must remember, after all the elections I've contested, you don't look at crowds, you don't look at content or speeches. You look at the voltage of the people. When I drive up to a place, to a sabha, I see the voltage in the shops, how they run, how they greet you, and that is the signal. But the fact is, Shivraj Singh Chauhan seems to be making a comeback with the cash handouts. Ladli Behna scheme, 1,250 rupees to women who are from underprivileged families. Now he's saying, I'll increase it to 3,000. You've said 1,500. It suddenly seems that Shivraj Singh Chauhan's cash handouts to women voters, he believes could be the difference. Well, women voters are also realizing that after 18 years he thought of them, 5 months before the election. You mean to say women don't understand this? Their politics has changed. Must remember that. There's a huge difference between politics even today and 5 years ago. Today, 95 people are on social media. 5 years ago, 25% were. So politics has changed. You don't think these cash handouts make a difference? It does. It does. You're also announcing cash handouts? No, I'm saying when we come into government. That's going to be our Vachan Path. It's not that something. We every time have a... So Shivraj Singh Chauhan says, I'm in government, I'm giving money to women. 5 months. Why didn't you do it for 18 years? Why didn't you do whatever you're saying you will do now? What you're saying you'll do now in the last 5 months? Why didn't you do it in the last 18 years? 1 year, 2 years, 4 years ago? Are you willing to make this an election about comparison between your 15 months in power versus Shivraj Singh Chauhan's 18 years in power? The people have already done it. My witnesses are the time when we were in government, not 15 months. 2.5 months went in code of conduct and the parliament election. In 11.5 months, what I did, the state is a witness to it. You know, there's a sense that Kamal Nath always is overconfident. You know, your nature is someone who always believes you're a winner.
And therefore, you've got to be careful because, you know, overconfidence can lead to defeat.
I am not overconfident. I am realistic. And I know what's happening on the ground. I'm not saying we are winning so many seats. I don't make those type of statements.
You don't want to give me a number?
I don't. I'm
Out
not
of
Shivraj.
230, how many are you giving? You're not Shivraj.
Yeah, I'm not Shivraj. I don't give numbers. The people will give me the numbers. And the people will give you the numbers. Walk on the street and find out the numbers.
When I walk on the street, I hear people talking of parivartan, but I also hear about people saying, "नहीं, मामा जी बहुत साल से हम उनको पसंद करते हैं."
That's okay. Some will say that.
It's a divided state.
It's not a divided state. I think people in the state have made up their mind.
I want to ask you this. I see the posters. I see you larger than life in all the posters. I don't even see the Gandhi family this time on the poster. I don't see your old friend Digvijay Singh ji on the posters.
These are not
It's only Kamal Nath.
It's not posters put up by me. It's posters put up by people in the party.
Oh, now come on, Mr. Kamal Nath. You're telling me you don't decide on the hoardings?
No, I don't. We have a committee and there's a standardized poster in all the districts. But now if some individual, some candidate puts up posters, well, I don't know.
No, but the election is being fought under your name this time. It's very clear. If Congress wins, Kamal Nath becomes chief minister. This has been a badly factionalized state of the Congress in the past. Lots of leaders. This time it appears Congress has put all its eggs in your basket.
Well, we are all together. We are all together. We are all united. As simple as that.
You say you're all united. What about you and Digvijay Singh? There was a video which came out saying, you know, which got you into trouble. Saying
No,
that,
nothing got me into-
Phad do Digvijay Singh ke kapde agar kuch,
People came from his area. Of course I said it.
You said phad do Digvijay Singh ke
Absolutely.
kapde to all the dissidents.
No, it's all rubbish. What I said on record. People from his place came to me saying, "ये हो रहा है, ये मुझे टिकट नहीं दे रहे." I said, "तो उसके कपड़े फाड़ो, तुम वहीं से तो हो." I always say that. What is said in jest, which I also say again in jest, there's no problem.
So you and Digvijay are on the same page in this election.
Yeah, we are working 3-4 hours a day together.
You know, the overconfidence was also seen, some say, you did not give a ticket to you disagreed to have an alliance with Samajwadi Party. You refused to have an India Alliance rally here in Bhopal. You don't want to have any alliance with Samajwadi Party. Akhilesh Yadav is very angry with Kamal Nath, saying this is arrogance, this is overconfidence.
I had a very pleasant discussion with Akhilesh. It's not the number of seats. It's which seats he wanted. I have to make my party agree. But that would disturb my caste configuration in that district. That would help the BJP to win. So I said BJP will win. Both of us want the BJP to lose. So how do I give you this seat?
So it was
Like in one particular place, we have a candidate. His candidate there was a husband in another place. I said, what a joke. You know, so
you've gone purely by caste considerations?
No, I've gone purely on merit and what the people wanted after widespread consultations.
Why did you not agree to an India Alliance rally in Bhopal?
I don't know. I read in the papers that it's proposed. I didn't know. And after that, I was told there's no rally. Nobody informed me about any rally. So it was a media concoction. That's it.
You know, the reason I'm asking you this, there's a sense that Kamal Nath is playing what is called soft Hindu politics. You built a, 101-foot statue of Hanuman. You claim you're in your constituency of Chhindwara. You claim to be a Hanuman Bhakt. You are saying you'll build a Sita Mandir in Sri Lanka. And you've got a Pujari Prakosht cell now in the Congress. You built a lot of gaushalas when you were in
Absolutely.
when you were chief minister.
I built 1,000 gaushalas. Let me give you the facts. In 11.5 months, I built 1,000 gaushalas. What's wrong with that? It was a great achievement. 14 years ago, I built the biggest Hanuman temple. 14 years ago, not today. At that time, I was not soft Hindutva. My religion is not my politics. My politics is not religion. Why does it hurt the BJP? Why do they get a stomachache when I go to a temple? Why do they get a stomachache when I go for a prayer meeting? Have they taken the sole agency of religion?
No, are you competing with the BJP for this Hindu vote?
I am not competing with for any.
You're saying if they're a Hindutva party, I am also a soft Hindu.
I am not soft Hindutva. There is no question of being Hindutva or not Hindutva. I am what I am. That's it. And if 14 years ago I built the biggest Hanuman temple in Chhindwara, I have done so many things in Chhindwara. So obviously I wanted to build a temple.
So you wear your Hinduism on your sleeve?
I don't wear Hinduism on my sleeve.
You're a Hanuman Bhakt?
Of course I'm a Hanuman Bhakt. If you are no Bhakt, well, that's your problem. Everybody is a Bhakt of some god or other. That's what India is all about.
That's your definition of secularism in a way.
What do you mean my definition? Secularism is a private, personal sentiment. It's not defined on the microphone or not defined in studios. Okay? Understand that.
The reason I'm asking you this, you seem to be a bit of a, you're a leader who has your own mind. For example, Gautam Adani, industrialist. You built a power project in Chhindwara when you facilitated it. Your leader Rahul Gandhi takes on Gautam Adani, and Kamal Nath is a friend of Gautam Adani.
Gautam Adani has built no power plant in Chhindwara.
In Pench.
He's not built anything. He's not built.
He's setting it up.
He's not even setting it up.
You cleared it when you were in...
I did not clear it. We've not been in power for 18 months, for 18 years. What will I clear? It's cleared by the state government and the central government.
Yes.
But there's nothing happening. There's not an inch on the ground.
But you have a good relationship with Gautam
I have
Adani.
a good relationship with so many industrialists. I've been commerce minister. Of course I'll have good relationships.
So you have no problem with the fact that you are seen as, in a way, a Congress leader with a difference, a leader with your own mind.
I am not wanting to be with a difference. I am a member of a party, and whatever be the objectives of the party, I'm with it.
I have two small last questions. Just here. One is this an election for revenge, badla? The manner in which your government was ousted, you were terribly upset over that. The way in which Scindia, in a sense, betrayed you, allegedly. Do you believe that this is your revenge election?
I don't believe it, but the people of the state believe it. They will take revenge.
No, it still hurt you, the manner in which you were removed.
Well, it was not a question of the way I was removed. It was a complete bargain. It was a buy and sell. I was chief minister. I could have also done a soda. I could have also done a deal, giving crores of rupees. But I said I do not want to sit on a chair which has been purchased.
How will you respond to those who keep saying Kamal Nath is at the end of the day not a mass leader, he's a businessman in politics?
Everybody knows what I am. Everybody knows what I am. I've won elections. I haven't come into politics by helicopter.
Okay, my final question to you. You're what? This year, 77?
No, 76.
So, where I started off, last election or not?
No, I don't know whether it's the last election. This is not determined by me. This is determined by time and events.
I've not seen you fitter than this in a long time. क्या है कमलनाथ का सीक्रेट क्या है राज क्या है कमलनाथ का कि you're staying so fit राज कहाँ है
फिट है तो वो बाद में बताऊंगा हाँ घर बैठ के बताऊंगा कैसे फिट रहना
अच्छा ओके कमलनाथ जी I'm going to wish you all the very best
विधायक कमलेश सुमन जाटव
अच्छा ये बीजेपी के विधायक थे आप
और ये युवा मोर्चे के जिला अध्यक्ष नरेश तोमर ये बीजेपी छोड़ के कांग्रेस ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं
चलिए स्वागत है आपका स्वागत है आप सबका
तो आप तैयार है बीजेपी वालों को लेने कांग्रेस में
हमारे अध्यक्ष कह रहे हमारे जिला अध्यक्ष कह रहे हैं इनको लोग
तो आप बीजेपी के लोगों को हैप्पीली आजकल कांग्रेस में ले रहे हो
नहीं हम उनको जो आते हैं और हमारा स्थानीय संगठन चाहता है उन्हें हम
ओके हवा किस तरफ है कमलनाथ जी
पूछिए
ओके ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट कमलनाथ जी गुड टू सी यू एंड आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क यू अ फाइनल कमेंट दैट यू वांट टू गिव शिवराज सिंह चौहान हियर ही इज वाचिंग यू व्हाट डू यू वांट टू टेल शिवराज सिंह मामा जी
I want to tell him you're a great actor go to Bombay act in films and bring glory to Madhya Pradesh.
Are lovely. Okay, Kamal Nath ji says that Shivraj Singh Chauhan should become an actor. As you can see, there is still an undercurrent of that battle between Kamal Nath on one side and Shivraj Singh Chauhan on the other. We'll see whether Kamal blooms this time of the Congress or Kamal of the BJP. Thank you, sir. We're driving from Bhind back to Gwalior, where Jyotiraditya Scindia has done about 6 meetings and counting. You're quite a stage performer, I must say. I saw your meeting. You're rousing the crowd. Is this the new Jyotiraditya Scindia, the rabble rouser?
No, it's not a question of rabble rouser, Rajdeep. It's I have an emotional bond with the people of this region. I have a bond that is based on trust, foremost, a bond that is based on development and progress, and I have a bond that is based on truth. And that's the truth that I'm bringing out, which is the reality today. What Madhya Pradesh was prior to 2003 and what Madhya Pradesh is today.
You know, the one thing that I sense is that this election is different from you, for you. It's an acid test, many believe. You have to prove yourself both to the BJP which you've joined and to your old friends in the Congress.
I don't have to. It's not a question of proving myself to anyone.
No, but you still have to prove yourself to your two parties, right? Yeah, go ahead.
I enjoy working in that manner. I enjoy working at the grassroots. That has always been me.
You know, the reason I said this is an acid test is because, let's be honest, 5 years ago you were in these very parts campaigning for the Congress, and then you bring down a government in 2020. So the Congress made the charge that Jyotiraditya Scindia is a Gaddar, he defected and broke our government. So you've got to prove it to them that you're not a Gaddar, and you've got to prove to the BJP that you are a mass leader.
That has already been proven. 2018, an area that has never delivered more than 17 or 18 seats for the Congress, delivered 26 seats for the Congress in the 2018 election. Then in 2022, you had a series of by-elections. 28 seats went in for by-elections. Of them, 27 were held by the Congress, which means basically 98% of the seats. Of the 28, the Congress could only hold on to 9. 19 went to the BJP. If the people had trust in the Congress, that scenario would not have happened in 2020.
But that's a by-election. Now this is a full-fledged election, and you've got your supporters contesting on BJP tickets. Doesn't that make a difference?
First of all, it is not about Rajdeep supporters versus Mr. Scindia supporters. Everyone is an ordinary worker of the BJP. There is no concept of X supporters or Y supporters. I am a worker of the BJP, and so everyone is a worker of the BJP. A. B. I am very confident that in this election, voting day on 17th of November, counting day on 3rd of December, you will see Purna Bahumat ki Sarkar of the BJP emerge in Madhya Pradesh.
It's interesting you're saying that, because most opinion polls are saying it's a tough fight. Some are even giving it to the Congress, talking of Parivartan. You're saying the BJP will win easily. Is this Jyotiraditya Scindia simply hoping for the best? Because according to Kamal Nath, when I interviewed him, he said one of the reasons why he believes Congress is winning, because Congress wants to teach the betrayers a lesson, the Gaddars a lesson.
This is the problem with the thinking of the Congress. The Congress wants to teach.
He says the people want to teach.
No, the Congress wants to teach. No, you said first time you said the right thing. If that were the case, why is it that everyone except 6 won the by-elections? All of them won. What happened to Mr. Kamal Nath then? And I'm telling you now this again. I'm repeating it on your show. On the 3rd of December, the truth will be out. The BJP will form the government in Madhya Pradesh with a majority. Now, don't ask me how many seats, because I'm not a Jyotish. But I have never commented on the number of seats. But I'm telling you that we will cross the magic 116 mark.
So you don't accept these opinion polls that say Kate ki takkar, Congress ahead?
But Raj, no, first of all, let me again say, every election is a Kate ki takkar. If you think that an election is not a Kate takkar, then you're set for your downfall. I believe that the election is a Kate ka takkar. For me, 2018 was a Kate ka takkar. For me, every election is a Kate takkar. You can never take an election lightly. If you let down your guard, you're done.
In your speech, I found you were focusing on Kamal Nath and to some extent on Digvijay Singh, without naming him, of course, referring to him as Bantadhar. My sense is that you still hold Kamal Nath and Digvijay Singh responsible for your ouster from the Congress. There's still a sense of bitterness. Is he still the enemy? You only targeted them, not the Gandhi family or other leaders of the Congress.
First of all, I have bitterness towards no one. And I'm telling you that from the bottom of my heart. I meet Raj Sahab all the time in Parliament. We cross each other on the corridor. I wish him all the time. I have no bitterness.
But you were attacking Kamal Nath repeatedly in your speech here.
Because I will attack failures. I will attack policies. None of my attacks are personal. But if you run a government which is corruption-driven, rife with corruption, a government that backstabs the people of Madhya Pradesh, I will attack you.
I was in Gwalior today and opinion was divided. Some see what you did absolutely right. Others say it was pure opportunism on your part. How do you respond to that? Is this a tag that you'll have to live with?
I respond to that in only one way. See the development in Gwalior in this last 3 years. The projects that Gwalior has had, the way Gwalior is growing, could never have been possible with this past government and the 15-month tenure showed that.
Is that the reason why you really switched? You believe that you can only do development if you're in government, and you chose to join the BJP because you wanted to be with the government at the center?
No, not at all. I was very clear in my mind. There were two prominent factors. One was the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Modi and the way he has charged the country forward, not taken the country forward, but charged it forward. Second, I was completely disillusioned with this government. A government that we brought for change, a government that we brought that will hasten the development process, was completely bent on profiteering itself, was backstabbing people left, right and center. And when I raise an issue, then you challenge me. If you challenge me, then be prepared for the consequences.
You know, it's interesting you're saying dynamic leadership of Mr. Modi. There will be those, your critics, who will put all your sound bites about Mr. Modi when you were in the Congress and say, look at how Jyotiraditya Scindia has switched sides. He's going with the rising sun.
But there are times.
You're course correcting.
When an institution goes through decay. Nothing is permanent in life, Rajdeep.
Did you get Mr. Modi wrong?
I certainly think I did.
You got him wrong.
I did earlier, yes, I think I did. The most important part of any organization is to be able to attract talent, retain talent, and cultivate talent. The Congress can do none of the above anymore.
I didn't see you mention Rahul Gandhi or target the Gandhi family at all. The only time which you did in your speech today was when you mentioned Mohabbat ki dukaan and said actually they are nafrat ka saman. You know, somewhere you see that was a direct jibe at Rahul Gandhi.
You have such a contradiction with people saying कि हम सनातन धर्म को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं, and they are completely quiet on that. A party that talks about the rights of OBC, rights of OBC, rights of OBC. When the topic comes up and Rajdeep Sardesai asks me, what do you think about Akhilesh? I say, Akhilesh, meri baat karo. This is the way, this is the regard you have for an OBC leader. Good, bad or ugly. Akhilesh Yadav is one of the biggest OBC leaders in the country. He may be my opposition, but I respect him. That is what politics is about.
You're talking about the breakdown in the Congress Samajwadi Party alliance in Madhya Pradesh, but I want to understand from you.
Make the point that I'm not talking about the breakdown of the alliance in Madhya Pradesh. I'm talking about the breakdown of the Congress Party.
What is the big difference, therefore, that you see between Prime Minister Modi and Rahul Gandhi, between the Congress and the BJP, between your past and the present?
The first difference, you are working in a system that believes in meritocracy.
Can I just stop you for a moment? Because there will be those who will say you're talking of meritocracy. You're a dynast. If Rahul Gandhi is a dynast, so is Jyotiraditya Scindia.
That's not the point. If your father is in politics, you have every right to be in politics. What is the concept of Parivarvad? The concept of Parivarvad is when one family captures the right for anyone to be able to chart the future of that political party. It has got nothing to do with my grandmother being in politics and my father being an MP and post my father, me being an MP. It's got nothing to do with that. In an electoral system, everyone has a right to contest. It is only about the capturing of an organization for one particular family.
When you were in your past, you would call him communal, you would call the BJP's Hindutva communal. Is all that forgotten? Did you get that wrong? How do you respond to those who will say that, Jyotiraditya Scindia, as I said, has simply, shifted his ideology to be on the right side of power?
You could have said the right side of power if I had shifted to become chief minister here. It's not that I was not a minister before.
So how do you see this whole Hindutva politics?
As far as the politics are concerned, this is not Hindutva politics. It is about making sure that India rises on the global stage.
You mentioned briefly chief ministership. Is that still a goal? I'll tell you something very interesting that a Congress middle-level leader told me. He said this was the election where Jyotiraditya Scindia could have been our face, and if Congress had won in Madhya Pradesh, he would be chief minister. He's missed the boat.
How many states have you heard this refrain from in the Congress party?
But isn't this a valid point? You were being encouraged by the Congress. You became a minister in your 30s. You were given every opportunity. This could have been your election to be chief minister. But you could have been chief minister.
20 years of my life to the Congress party.
Sure you have.
This is the problem with the Congress party and the likes of interviews like you. You always look at what the party has given Don't forget, it's the ordinary worker that makes the party.
I want to know, have you missed? No, no, I am on, okay. I bat always on the front foot. I bat on the front foot.
Right now, you're too close to your wicket and it'll be a hit wicket, let me tell you.
Okay, good
You're
one.
heading down, you're heading
That's
there.
a good one.
Okay?
But can I ask you this? Do you think that you will be Chief Minister in a BJP government, which you could have in a Congress government?
Psychology, and this is the difference between the Congress and the BJP. The BJP, it is the worker that makes the party. In the Congress, it is what the Congress doles out to you.
You know, Jyotiaditya Scindia, what is very interesting, in Madhya Pradesh, as I travel, there's talk of Parivartan, but there's also talk of Ladli Behna and various schemes that are being done by the Madhya Pradesh government that put cash in hand. Some say these cash in hand schemes are pure bribery of the voter ahead of an election. They don't really lead to development. What's your view? Since you just mentioned that your commitment is to development, do you believe Ladli Behna putting 1250 rupees in someone's pocket is actually development, or is it revdi? How do you respond?
Think about it, whether it's Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, whether it is Ladli Behna Yojana, who are you bringing to the forefront? You are bringing those people to the forefront in this country that have for decades been at the periphery. Who gets PM Kisan Samman Nidhi? Your Simant Krishak, your marginal farmer, your farmer who does not even have 2 bighas of land. Who gets 1250? The Ladli Behna who today at home has no source of income.
I have just two small final questions. One is, what is the biggest change in the Jyotiraditya Scindia I see in 2023 from the Jyotiraditya Scindia of 2018? There I saw you all over the posters with Kamal Nath ji and Digvijay Singh ji. Now you all are in a collective leadership. There's no certainty whether Shivraj Singh Chauhan will be the Chief Minister if the BJP wins. That's one part of it. Is he going to be the Chief Minister?
It is collective leadership in Madhya Pradesh, and it is collective leadership always within the BJP. Minimum 70% at the minimum, and I would go up to 80 to 90% of the credit of transforming Madhya Pradesh goes only to one person, and that person is Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
One of the questions about the Shivraj Singh government that keeps coming up in Madhya Pradesh is fatigue factor. 20 years in power, there's a sense that corruption has grown. There's a sense that it's the same Mamaji. People want change. How do you respond that people want Parivartan? This is what Kamal Nath told me also, that people want change. This is people versus BJP this time.
The Congress campaign, when I used to go to campaign, you had a difficult time controlling people. Why? There was no bijli, there was no sadak, there was no pani. That was an anti-incumbency government when the Congress party was completely wiped out. We had 37 seats out of 230. You've been here with me for the last minimum 2 hours. Have you experienced anything called anti-incumbency here?
But a sense of fatigue, a sense that people say, yaar, badlav chahiye. I've heard, in Madhya Pradesh, I've heard those voices.
18-20 years a party has been in government. Some of those voices you will hear. But that's not an anti-incumbency. In fact, I will go so far to venture that in Madhya Pradesh, it's a pro-incumbency. Level of quality of roads, from 44,000 kilometers of roads, today in Madhya Pradesh you have 5 lakh kilometers of roads. That's an 11 multiple. Power, 5,160 megawatts of power. Today you have 29,000 megawatts of power. That's a 5.5 multiple. Irrigation, 7.69 lakh hectares of land irrigated. Today 49 lakh hectares of land irrigated. 7 multiple. Doctors, 7,510 in 2010. Today 51,000 doctors.
Yet huge unemployment, 38 lakh people unemployed, just 21 have got employment on the government service, Patwaris, huge corruption. Something must be, even in 2018, it was a very razor-thin fight which the Congress won. If all was so good, unlike in Gujarat, here you have a real tough fight.
Per capita income, 11,000 rupees, today 1,40,000 rupees, 14 time multiple, okay? Now, as an outsider, you can always see a glass is half full or a glass is half empty.
Okay. What is the biggest difference in Jyotiraditya Scindia 2018 to 2023? How have you changed?
I can't comment on that, Rajdeep.
No, you must have changed. A lot of articles say you become more accessible to workers. The Maharaj is moving out, meeting people on a daily basis.
Rajdeep, that's not for me to say, because that is for people like yourself, whether you're a well-wisher or a commentator. That is for you all to say. And there may be some positive things and there may be some not so positive things. And it is for me to internalize the not so positive things constructively and continue on that path of change. Life is all about always trying to better yourself.
The positive I see you in you is you're working harder than ever before at this election. That's the sense one gets. Is that right? You've been in Madhya Pradesh, in Gwalior, virtually for the last couple of months, doing these sort of rallies every day. Are you working harder? Does the BJP make you work harder than the Congress ever did?
Certainly.
Certainly.
Oh, no two ways about it. There's just, it's no comparison. It's chalk and cheese. There's a structure, there's a schedule, there's a system, there's an SOP for things that you and I understand. There's an SOP.
You're enjoying it?
Oh, I'm loving it because that's
You're not tired, fatigued.
No, that's my background. I was a professional before I got into politics, and you know that.
Yes.
I went to institutions where there were systems in place. This is the system in which I thrive. Because when there is a structure, then according to the structure, one knows that if you work like this and there is you make headway, that is recognized.
A googly final question, and you like, I'm sure, cricket. Some of your critics, including in your old party, say that Jyotiraditya Scindia did this because revolted from us because he was not assured of a Rajya Sabha seat and he was not assured of a bungalow. That you had lost the 2019 Lok Sabha and you were going to lose your bungalow, and that's why, to return to that, for ministerial benefit, you came back.
The problem, Rajdeep, is you never get your facts right.
Yes.
I was already living in a rented house for 2 years.
But you'd lost the 2019 election.
That's why I'm saying I was already living in a rented house for 2 years.
Yeah, so you wanted your bungalow back.
No, I was very happy living in a rented house.
You didn't want, it wasn't about a bungalow.
I had no qualms about it. You've known my family long enough. Do you think our life is about a bungalow? Do you really think that? I leave it to your conscience to answer.
And you'll have plenty more of that. Elections on my plate this Friday comes to you from Madhya Pradesh. Don't miss that. Plenty to watch both on your plate and in the world of politics. Okay, let's turn from those interviews that we did with the battleground Madhya Pradesh to what's happening in Bihar, where today the big story came from Bihar as a big reservation push by Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. The Bihar cabinet gave the green light for his proposal to enhance reservation in the state up to 65%. This comes after the state's caste census report, which was tabled in the Bihar Assembly, revealed how over 1/3 of the households earn only 6,000 rupees or less. This leaves open the question, will caste be the opposition's key poll plank for 2024? Take a look.
The Nitish Kumar government has tabled the caste survey report in the assembly. In addition to the population, the survey gives deep insights on social and financial status of different religions and castes. According to the survey, 25.09% families in the general category are poor, 33.58% among extremely backward classes, 33.16% in backward classes, 42.93% in scheduled castes, 42.70% in scheduled tribes, and 23.72% among other castes are poor. The survey shows 36.76% have pakka houses with 2 or more rooms. 22.37% have one-room pakka houses, which means nearly 41% don't have pakka homes. The survey shows 95.49% population doesn't own any vehicle, 3.8% have two-wheelers, and just 0.44% have four-wheelers or cars. Nitish Kumar has called for increasing the caste-based quota from 50% to 65%. This doesn't include the 10% reservation for economically weaker sections in the general category.
10% अपर कास्ट का पहले से है तो 65 और 10 75 तो बचेगा 25। तो पहले 40 सबको फ्री था, अब 25 फ्री हो जाएगा, लेकिन बाकी का पिछड़ा और अति पिछड़ा की संख्या को भी कम से कम अब कुल मिलाकर के, और SC ST को जो 50 है उसकी जगह पर हम लोग 65 कम से कम कर दें, यह आप लोगों से परामर्श है। चलिए।
The state cabinet later cleared the proposal to increase caste-based reservation to 65%. A bill to that effect will be tabled on Thursday. The Bihar caste survey has political implications far beyond the state boundaries. While Rahul Gandhi has promised similar caste consensus in states where the Congress wins power, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has accused the Grand Old Party of dividing the Hindu society on caste lines.
कल से कांग्रेस ने एक अलग लाप आरापना शुरू कर दिया है। ये कांग्रेस के नेता कहते हैं जितनी आबादी उतना हक। मैं कहता हूं इस देश में अगर सबसे बड़ी कोई आबादी है तो वो आबादी गरीब है, और इसलिए मेरे लिए गरीब ही सबसे बड़ी आबादी है, और गरीब का कल्याण यही मेरा मकसद है।
हिंदुस्तान के प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं हिंदुस्तान में सिर्फ एक जात है और वो गरीब। अच्छा, अगर सिर्फ एक जात है तो आप अपने आप को ओबीसी क्यों कहते हो? हर भाषण में आप क्यों कहते हो कि मैं ओबीसी हूं?
The opposition India alliance is banking on caste consensus to defeat the BJP's Hindutva flank. Mandal versus Mandir could once again become the theme in Hindi heartland politics.